Hi friends, it's Megan, Georgia Girl Stitching here on YouTube and on Instagram. It is Friday, March 1st, and I'm back for my next FlossTube. Thank you to everyone who is returning and to everyone who is checking me out for the first time. I really appreciate all of you pressing play today. So today is March 1st. February flew by. Last time I was here was at the beginning of February, and I completed my emergency room rotation, which I actually enjoyed a lot more than I thought I would. It kind of reinforced that I do like critical care, hospital, like work. The shift, I really like the shift style. Kind of just reinforced some of the things that I knew already. And I did get to see quite a few kiddos in the emergency room, which obviously not happy about, but it was good for my education going into pediatrics. So it actually ended up being a very positive experience. My mom came for a week, which I was super grateful for, helped out for like the really weird, I had a week of just weird shifts times. So she came and helped out with the pups during that week, which was great. We got to watch the Super Bowl together, which was great. And then David came for a weekend. He had President's Day off, so he was able to not sneak. He was allowed to come down for a weekend. Very quick turnaround time, but it was a lot of fun. We spent it up in Williamsburg for the most part, and it was just great seeing him. So now I officially won't see him until the first weekend of May, but it was nice to have a few stolen hours together, and for him to also see the pups too, which was good. Kaya is not here right now, so you won't see her sneak around. She is at doggy daycare, because while the weather is really nice right now, it is supposed to rain all weekend. So I want her to go get all the zoomies out that she can today, since she'll be kind of cooped up over the next couple of days. I do have Tinky on the couch next to me though. So spring has kind of sprung here, which is nice. It's very pretty. You know, things are starting to bloom, but it's still cold. Or we'll have like all 4 seasons in a week kind of situation. So, which means pretty much spring is here, which I'm excited about. I'm over cold. I'm over like gross gray. Like I'm just ready for sun and some warmth. And then I'm trying to think. I'm on my anesthesia rotation right now, which is a beautiful rotation. It is, quote, a self-directed rotation. So I determine my schedule. I determine what cases I go and see as long as they're okay with it. And I go and leave whenever I want, which is why I'm filming on a Friday. So it is, it's very well known that this is a 4th year rotation. And if you're not good into anesthesia, you kind of get out of it what you want to. There's no like real requirements. So I went all week, and so I took Friday off. So overall life is good. The pups have been great. We've gotten in a really good routine. They're doing really well. I went and saw Six, the new play Six 2 nights ago with some friends, and oh my gosh, that was amazing. I absolutely loved it. I had no idea what it was going into it. I just knew it was about like the 6 wives of Henry VIII. I had no idea the premise of it, and I'm glad I didn't know, because then I was just surprised and like flabbergasted the whole time. It was so much fun. They did such a good job. So overall life has been good. This weekend is Market, which is super exciting for the cross stitch community. So many awesome like new releases coming out, which I'm super excited about. I did not pre-order any of them, partly because some of them I know will come out as PDFs, which is my preference because I use Pattern Keeper. But the ones that won't be PDFs, I will pick up at some point. There weren't any that like I knew I needed to start immediately, especially because I'm trying to reel in the starts. I'm officially at 30 whips right now, which I'll show you, which is like my cap. Like I don't want to go above that. So I did not rush to pre-order anything, but I mean, I have plenty of time. They're not going anywhere. So I will definitely be picking up some of them, just not immediately. And also when I do pick them up, I might want to like fully kit it up. So might as well do that, in person somewhere. So that's kind of the fun, exciting things right now. March will be even more exciting, but I'll talk about that at the end because I know we're here for the stitching, so I'm going to get to the stitching. I just want to say also thank you to a couple of places that have shouted me out recently. Most importantly, or most recently was Laura, Stitching by the Shore. She, her last video last week just had, we were doing a lot of things together. So she talked about me a lot. So I really appreciate Laura. Actually, she's the only one that I've heard shout me out. So if anyone else has shouted me out, please let me know, because I want to properly thank them and shout them out as well. So we'll get to the stitching. I have 2 new starts since we last talked. One was planned, one was not. But the first one, which was planned, is the 49ers Gnome from Ninny Designs on Etsy. This is the cover photo. I started this during the Super Bowl, sad, did not end the way that we wanted it to. My husband and his best friend are major 49ers fans. So I'm stitching this twice for each of them. So I started with his friend because David can wait as long as he needs to. I'm trying to get these things done before I start residency. So I'm stitching this on 46 count Mystic Owl, and this is where I got to. So I started in the center, which was the gnome's nose, and then kind of started on the beard. I didn't pick this back up after the Super Bowl because I'm kind of conflicted on how I feel about the red around the nose. It's harsher than the cover photo, which is just a mock-up. It's just a little bit harsher than I was anticipating. So I'm not sure if I want to rip that out and choose like a slightly brighter or lighter color. I need to make a decision though, because I need to get this going. I want to finish this before July. So, and it's not huge, but it's not tiny. Like, it needs work. It needs dedication. So eventually I'll pick that back up. But I really like overall where it's at. I think it's only like 4,600 stitches, I think. So this is like 6% or something that I was able to get to. So I'll get there. I just need to spend some time on it. The next one was not planned, but after my last video, I could not wait. So I started this that night after my last video while I was waiting for my mom to get here. I found the perfect fabric for it, and I was like, you know what? There's no reason to wait. I'm just gonna go ahead and start. So my last video, I made the decision to UFO Beachcomber by Gnome Designs. The colors just weren't speaking to me anymore. I never wanted to work on it. It was almost 4 years old, and I hadn't worked on it in a really long time, and have some not great memories associated with working on it, just like life going on around it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna UFO this. I'm not getting rid of it, but it's tucked away in case things change in the future, you know, which they easily could. But I was watching Finally a Farm Girl and StitchyLinda a few weeks ago. I guess it was over a month ago now. And StitchyLinda is working on this, and I saw hers, and I was like, oh, that's what I want. That's what I've been wanting. This is what I was wanting to get out of Beachcomber and wasn't. So I started Sea Glass by Carolyn Manning Designs, which is actually smaller than Beachcomber, thankfully. The colors are just absolutely my colors. The cover photo is a little bit greener than the actual stitched piece. But even then, I still love it. So, and I went through my stash, and I had a piece of fabric from Color and Cotton, literally called Sea Glass. So I thought that was appropriate. So this is my start. I only worked on it that one night while I was waiting for my mom. Oh, you can see the, we don't need the. So I started in the center with a few of the colors. Sorry, I forgot my white background. I need to, sorry. So this is where I got to. This fabric is like a beautiful, very pale, like green, like seafoam green. This needle model I actually got from StitchyLinda a few years ago. So it felt appropriate to put that on there, and that's where I'm at. I absolutely love it. I did stop working on it because it's not actually a focus right now, but now when I did change on my Whip Go board, I changed Beachcomber to Sea Glass. So when it comes back, when it gets called, it'll come back out. But that's where we're at. And I just love it. So, goes a lot faster when you actually like working on it. So that was that one. And then I started working on my WhipGo calls. So I am doing WhipGo this year with Jessie, which is the brainchild of Jessie Marie Does Stuff here on YouTube. And then Jessie does stuff on Instagram. She's fantastic. Go check her out if you haven't. It's the brainchild of Jessie Marie Does Stuff. And it's a kind of make your own adventure bingo board. So she calls 2 numbers every month. And this last month, the numbers she called, so I'm doing it where I have like a 3-tiered level of goals. So I have a bronze goal, which is just putting any stitches in, anytime, any stitches. Because my ultimate goal is I just want to touch every project this year. So any amount of time gets me a bronze goal. If I do 100 stitches, it gets a silver goal. And if my ultimate goal is 240 stitches. So if I hit 240 stitches, then I achieved my gold goal. So ultimately, I would love to get gold goals on all of them. And I have for the most part, except one, I only got 100 stitches in, so I need to go back if I can and put more in. But just any amount of time officially achieves my WhipGo goal. So so the 2 that were called this month, February, I actually want to ultimately finish them is my real yearly goal for these 2 projects is really I want to finish them. So I actually put more than 240 stitches in each of them because I kind of just kept going because I was on a good groove when I worked on each of them and I was like, I'm just going to keep going because ultimately this year I want to finish them. So the first one is, it's called like Vacation Memories Tropical Sea. It's a kit from Orcadia that I got from wizardeye.com. Link down below if you would like to get one. This is a series actually. So this jar, they have multiple vacations. So this is the tropical sea one. They have an Egyptian one with like sand dunes. They have multiple ones. I don't remember all of them, but this, of course, is the one I chose. And I'm doing it on 40 count aqua, so I didn't use the fabric, but I'm using the flosses. And I actually got a lot of progress on it. So this is where I got, which I'm super happy about. So I finished the clouds. I really didn't have much done originally. I finished out the rest of this mountain and then got the tree trunks and the leaves in, and I started on the sky. This is the edge and this is the edge, the width. So this is the full width. So it's not big. I don't know the exact stitch count, but it's not large. And then it's really not going to be much taller than like that. I have a really big piece of fabric for this, mostly so it would fit in my Q-snap, more so than like I actually needed the fabric. But yeah, it's not, mock-ups. It's not going to be exactly like the mock-up, but this one is close enough, I guess. One place that I really see a difference between the mock-up and the piece is like the inside of these clouds. This called for color. It's more of like a beige, like a tan color, and in the mock-up it's gray. So clearly like different. The mock-up's much brighter than the stitch piece, but I still really like it. Even if I think this was the mock-up, if this was like the cover photo, I think I still would have chosen it. Like it hasn't deterred me. But just knowing that, computer mock-ups are not 100% what the stitch piece is gonna look like. So that was my first WhipGo. And then my second WhipGo was Celebrate Christmas by Madame Chantilly. And I'm doing this one on 40 count water green linen. And last time you saw it, I had this entire tray done, the middle tray. And then I had the top tray done except the flowers and a couple of the leaves. I already had the bird and this side and the mushrooms, but I was missing the cup, but I was missing the leaves and flowers. So, and then I haven't done anything down here. But my ultimate goal, and I actually picked this up, I chose the goal is like, I want to finish this top tray. So I wanted to finish all of the leaves and the flowers. So that way when I pick it up again, I can move on down to the bottom tray. Because again, ultimately I want to finish this. So that's what I did. I am changing, the red is 816 etoile and the white, some of the white has been changed to white etoile. Not all of it, but some of it. So where we're at. So this is the full piece. The water green linen. And then I'll bring it up closer. So I finished the flowers and leaves. Yes, one of the leaves has an error. I don't care, I'm not redoing it. My thought process now is that leaf that's messed up that the bird is on, the bird is bending the leaf, which is why it looks different. Because a bird would cause, you know, gravity to take effect, and, you know, the leaf wouldn't be perfect with the bird on it. So that's the story I'm sticking to. I haven't done any of the back stitch because of Q-snap. I don't want it to get caught, so I'll do that at the end, but bring it up close again. But I love it. That red etoile is, you can see it kind of in the camera, but overall it is so pretty in person. So that's right, and then there's Santa and Rudolph. And so when I pick it up again, I'll start on that bottom tray. That's where we're at. I really enjoyed working on this one. And it was good practice. Both of these were our paper pattern, so it was kind of good to get back into the paper pattern mojo, which I have not been in for a while. So okay, so those are my whip goes. These other two whips, one is I'm still working on my Lighthouse Quaker model. I'm getting close. My goal is to get this finished, honestly, like ASAP. Like I will not be putting this down again until I finish. But here's the mock-up of what it will look like when it's done. And here's where we're at. So we're getting there. So I got the rest of the lighthouse in. I did go with the yellow etoile, which I want to get y'all's opinion on. Like overall, what do you think? You like the etoile? Should it be more of a DMC flat? I don't want to go metallic, preferably, but here we are. So I just have this side to go. We've got 3 of the sides found. So now we just have this last little bit. And I think when I looked at it, that's the right coloring. It's very bright. Well, not very, but it's a pretty brightness. I love it. I'm loving it so much. I love these colors so much, this combination. So I'm planning to work on this until it's done for March. So this is, I think I have 2,000 stitches left last time I looked. So hopefully I can get that done, honestly, by the end of next week, is my goal. Have it released next weekend. Keep an eye out. I'll, of course, post all over Instagram and whatnot when it's done and posted and everything. You can find my Etsy down below and also my Gumroad. So my Etsy has all of my like officially published patterns where I have the mock-up stitched and like that's like what I call quote ready for print. My Gumroad has where my freebies, my conversions, and anything that I have not stitched models of yet. So that's where you can find those. But yeah, I love it so much. I love it so much. Okay, I'll get there. And then this next whip is fully the fault of Seazook Stitch and Stitching by the Shore Laura, because I was watching those almost in like rapid succession last weekend, And after watching it, both of their videos, it's like, oh my gosh, I have to pick this up now because pick this back up. Because they both talked about it in different ways. And Laura had reached out to me about it, which I was happy to share with her. It's like, okay, I have to, now I've like getting the craving to work on it. So this is my version of Shores of Hop Grown Hollow. This is my mock-up of what I'm doing to it. So very different from the original. I took my 5 favorite blocks, put them together, and then I'm doing a complete color conversion, which I will happily share if interested. It's a lot of like color and cottons, some weak Styroworks and classic colorworks. It's honestly a hodgepodge of everything. So if you're interested, I'd be happy to share it. When it's officially done, I will like fully post it because I am still making some changes as I go. It's not 100% yet. I finished the first 2 blocks last year, and then my goal for this year is to finish the center block, which I had not started yet this year. Hasn't been called on anything. I've had other goals, so it just hasn't been a priority yet. So but then when they were both talking about it and working on it, I was like, man, I want to pull out my Shores of Hop Run again. So I did. And I was able to get the outline and start on the actual piece. So here's the full. Oh, I love it. Stitching on 40 count platinum with 1 strand. And as you can see, it's had a lot of changes. So I'll bring it up close so you can see each block so far. The only thing about this first block, I'm still debating if I'm going to put anything in those windows of the lighthouse. It just looks empty. Like I feel like something should be there, but I don't know what yet. Threadworks is also, that's the water, is one of the Threadworks, which 1056, 1052, one of those. If you're interested, I can let you know. And here's the second block where I made some drastic changes, including turning on one of the windows, lights in one of the windows. And then here's where I'm at with the third block. So I got the outline done, the words, and the dolphin. And I am super in love. The way I'm gonna attack this block though is I'm gonna go kind of in columns, like with the water, because my Q snap does not cover like the entire block. So when I pick this back up again, I'm gonna do the water that fits underneath or any part of the pattern that fits underneath the words and the dolphin, and then move it over, and kind of keep just going in columns. Which I also feel like I'm actually achieving something more often too. Versus doing water for days, I kind of break it up a little bit. So that's where we're at overall. I love it so much. I love it so much. So there is a SAL going on for this. I don't remember any of the information. Sorry. Laura, Stitching by the Shore, is joining someone else's SAL, Disorderly something. She's on my list to watch because I had not heard of her before, but I haven't had a chance to actually do that yet. So go check out Laura's. Well, she's probably filming one right now, but especially her last video, she talks about it. So you can go check that out. But yeah, if you want, and if you want any information on this, just let me know. So that's everything that I worked on this past month. And now I have plans. So I have 4 big plans coming up. I guess 5, because I want to finish Lighthouse Quaker ASAP. And then after that, or around that, I need to do my March portion of September / Sapphire. So this is technically Sapphire by Northern Expression Needleworks. And it's originally charted in a sapphire color, and it's all monochromatic. I am doing this as a gift to my best friends who got married this past September. I was birthdays are in September, and these are their wedding colors. She did like jewel toned, multiple colors. So my goal, and her pearls were her main like jewel. So I'll bring it in close so you can kind of see it up close. But my my goal for March is to finish, well, we'll definitely finish this red part for sure. And then I'm trying to figure out, so queen stitches, this center section here is 3 rows of queen stitches, which are quite difficult. I've discovered. I mean, once you get in a groove, it's okay, but like, it's hard to get back into that groove of doing the stitches. So what I think I'm actually gonna do in order to, I'm trying to get like a good view so you can see. What I think I'm actually gonna do so that like once I'm in a groove, I stay in a groove, I think I'm actually going to finish this and then do the, these 2 rows of, I can't remember what they're called because I haven't worked on this in a little while. So these, I'm gonna do that all the way around. So I'm gonna finish these 3 sides and then I'm done with that stitch and kind of go all the way around. And then from there, if I still have time, all the way around and do all the beads from there, and then, and finish this piece. And then April, I'll do the green and do the queen stitches all the way around. And then I'll be in a groove of the queen stitches. And then for May, I'll do the orange and go through and do the center piece for all of them, the center stitches, which are really easy. Those did not take long at all. That did not take long at all. So May, which will be extremely busy for me, will be a pretty easy month of stitching on this. So I think that's gonna be my plan. Finish the red, do all the white and beads. April, finish the green, do the queen stitches. May, do the orange and the centers. And then I'll be done. And so my goal is to get this framed over the summer at some point. And then we are actually gonna see them in September. We're going on vacation with them in September. So I'll be able to give it to them in September. So I'm excited. So that gives me also a little bit of a buffer. We're going at the end of September. So that gives me a little bit of a buffer if I end up not being able to get, you know, something done, a portion done. I do have the summer to kind of get it done, but it's gonna be a very busy summer. So I'd like to not have to wait till then. But yeah, that's where we're at. So that'll be a finish soon. And then my whip go calls. So my March whip go calls are Celtic Christmas by Lavender. Yes, Celtic Christmas by Lavender and Lace. I, for a while, was calling it Celtic Noel because it says Noel, but it's actually Celtic Christmas. And I'm doing it pretty much just like the cover photo. And I'm doing it on Color and Cotton Sage 28 count from a long time ago. And this is where my starting point is. This is my oldest whip also, so I need to keep making progress on it. These take a lot of time, effort. It's still paper pattern, which is a huge, I'm actually might go to Office Max and see if they can see what they can do for me. Can they scan it? Can they copy it? Do something so I have a better working copy. But I do love her. I'm just gonna keep working on that dress. That's my goal for this month, is just getting 240 stitches at least in that dress. So that's where we're at on that. And then my other, sorry, I keep hitting the thing. My other whip go goal is Cottage Garden Samplings Forever and Ever, which was #1 in the Songbird series. And I've barely made any progress on this, so it's good that I'm gonna get some good stitching in. And I'm doing this on 32 count Vintage Stormy Night. And this is where I'm at. Love. Start in the center, as far as I've gotten. you know, I'm at least able to identify what it is at this point. So that's where we're starting from. I haven't quite decided what my goal is gonna be on this one because I could kind of go in any direction. I'm kind of thinking of going and doing the house. And then I can kind of work anywhere off of that. I could go up to a flower, I could go around the vines, I could go to a bird. Kind of thinking the house will get me at least my whip go goal. It's kind of where I'm at. So that's my other one. And then I have one planned start for this month, which means I need to get at least one thing done this month. Oh, Lighthouse Quaker. And this is a start that I have planned with Laura, Stitching by the Short, and anyone else who would love to jump in. We'd love to have you. We will be starting He Is Risen by Lucy Lowe of Lucy Lowe Designs. I might be pronouncing that wrong, but this is out of the Spring Dress Cross Stitch magazine. And this is the piece, He Is Risen. We're starting this on Good Friday, which is March 29th this year. Easter is early this year. And this will be hashtag He Is Risen Sal. I am doing a color conversion though, and fabric conversion. So I'm keeping the same vibe, except for one thing, which when my mom was here, it was actually her idea, and I'm a big fan. Once she said it, I was like, oh, you're right. I'm changing this brown lump, the brown mountain, to green. Then it's a little more springy and like, I don't know, brighter, happier versus brown. So that's my plan, is I'm gonna change that to green. And then the other colors I'm keeping the same vibe, but I'm converting them to variateds. So that's the cover photo. I'm doing it on, I haven't cut my fabric yet, but I'm doing 40 count spearmint medium, which was the February fabric of the month from Color and Cotton. So I just got this. I guess this is also haul. When I got this, I was like, perfect. So I haven't cut it yet, but that's the information. I love this green. This is a gorgeous green. So I'll be doing this fabric, and then these are my flosses. So this will be the green mountain, which I think will work. I'm hoping will work. I'm hoping that's dark enough on the fabric. I pulled out a strand just to like compare, and I could still see it, so I'm hoping so. But these are the colors that you can see. I ended up not keeping any DM. Did I keep? Oh, I kept one DMC. I kept one DMC. The rest of them are mostly Color and Cotton. I have one Cottage Garden Threads and one Classic Colorworks. And then two DMC, which were like in the pattern, they're like tiny little bits randomly throughout. So I kept that as DMC because there was not like huge chunks necessarily. So I mostly kept that as DMC. So that's my color palette. I'm super excited to get started on this. And yeah, we're doing He Is Risen Sal. So if you're interested, let me know if you're gonna be joining us and what your Instagram handle is so I can follow along. And yeah, let us know and use the hashtag. So, and those are all of my plans. If you're interested in my exact conversion, let me know. It has changed from my last video. So if you watched my last video, some of it has changed. And I will, when I post my progress, like I'll post my conversion, but if anyone's interested before then, let me know and I can let you know. So yeah, that's all my stitching. So now we have giveaway. My last giveaway was a pattern, Little House Needleworks wool. That's what I was giving away. And the winner is Herders and Hounds Get Crafty, which I believe from your comment is another Megan from Georgia. So Megan from Georgia, I used the random comment picker and it chose you. So if you'll please email me at georgiagirlstitching@gmail.com, your address, and I'll get this out to you ASAP. And I hope you enjoy stitching it. It's super cute. And then I have 2 giveaways for this video. The first one is a Mo's Sale fabric called True Blue. I lost my white. There you go. It's called True Blue. I ended up getting more of the, like I ordered a few and then I ended up asking for more than I meant. So, so I have an extra. So if anyone wants Mo's Sale True Blue, it's a really pretty floss. It's a silk. It's a silk. 17 yards of silk of True Blue. So if you're interested in this, use the word true. And then my other giveaway, since spring is here for some of us, or at least on its way, then I chose Bloom Where You're Planted from Brenda Gervais. So if you are interested in this, then please use the word bloom. I will say I don't have like a plastic bag for this, so it is separated and it'll be like this in the mail. So just a heads up. But that is it's really pretty. And you could do a lot with those colors too. But yeah, so if you're interested in this, then please use the word bloom. And then overall life plans, I have a very exciting month coming up actually. So if you're new here, I am a 4th year medical student. I'm graduating May 11th from medical school. But before that, I figure out where I'm going to be spending the next 3 years of my life in pediatric residency on March 15th. So please keep me in your thoughts and prayers that week. So March 11th, that Monday, I find out if I matched. They give you if on Monday and where on Friday. So March 11th, I'll find out if, and then that Friday I find out where. So I do have like ones that I would like more than others, so please keep me in your mind. And then the weekend before that, I actually am going to Asheville with my parents. So we're doing a little Biltmore Waynesville trip to Asheville. And then for match, I'll actually be out in North Dakota visiting my friend that I'm doing that September for. So she and her husband invited me out for the weekend to come celebrate and spend time together. And I also realized after May, I don't know when I'll be able to get back out to North Dakota. So we're kind of taking this opportunity with this rotation being so relaxed. I'm kind of using it to travel and spend some time with friends and family. So the pups will be going with me to Asheville. They will not be going with me to North Dakota. But yeah, so kind of exciting time. David is in Panama City at this point for the official dive school. He is doing the hardcore stuff down there. But I told him he's not allowed to complain because he's in Panama City Beach, Florida. So his life, and he's living in this gorgeous dive house that he's getting paid to live in. So he's not allowed to complain. But he's doing great. He's thriving and, really enjoying his time. So all is good there. Yeah, I think that's all the big March stuff. And just, I'm going to be starting to pack. If I do get the one that I really want to go to, then hopefully I'll be able to actually move in April. So we'll just I'll be house hunting, and we're still going to rent, but renting, hunting, and getting packed up and moved out in April. So March is a big month. March determines a lot of our future. So just, very exciting time. And it's starting to get warm again. I come back to life in March when the sun is out and it's not below 30 degrees every day. The rain still gets annoying, but I'd rather have that than freezing cold or snow. So yeah, that's kind of life right now. I appreciate you guys and all of your support and love. And if you have any questions or comments or anything, I love to see them. And yeah, here's to March. Happy stitching, everyone. Bye. Also, hi, Tanky. Say hi, Bubba. He's been a very good boy.